no other person other than an APC chieftain, a political analyst, mayor, barrister, Femi of Moshua. You're welcome on
Thank
board.
you. Good evening.
And
Thank you for
we
having me.
are we're also having in the studio, we're also having joining us, even in the studios of Breez 91.9 FM, Barrister Olusheye Olujimi, Secretary, PDP Ondo State. So he is not on seat right now, but he will be joining us, as we move on in the program. Yes, to begin with this lovely afternoon, we on this program we always deal with burning issues, pertinent issues, issues of the moment, and today is not going to be an exception because we will be, considering the merger, the coalition, as the name implies, echoes of the nation. Actually, we started discussion last week on this coalition, and there are updates. It's still continuing. And when we're talking about the echoes, it has to do with something that is still, going forward, that is still continuing. And so on this coalition issue, there are updates, there are concerns, that have already come up on this topic. And so we're looking at it. We're looking at the merger. Is it true that PDP is, is going to collapse maybe into the new coalition party, the ADC? All these and many more we will be discussing this afternoon on your lovely program, Echoes of the Nation on Breeze, 91.9 FM, Akure. Yes, Major, you're already with us in the studio. So we'll begin with you. Although you're not from PDP, but at least you know about this coalition of a thing, this political party, merging together, or the members of some political parties, let me put it that way, coming together to form a new political party. There's this one that has stood now, the African Democratic Congress, ADC. No, now this one is already on ground. What's your take on it?
Thank you very much. Good evening, Nigerians, and good evening, Ondo State indigents and listeners at home. Concerning, the change and the preparation for 2027 elections, what is happening is not out of place. It's a normal thing. In fact, we in the APC, we are happy that this is happening because it will be too relaxing for the ruling party not to feel the hotness, the heat rather, the heat of what is it that people want. Are we doing well? What is our scorecard? What are the things that are our shortfalls, the shortcoming? Yes, to whom a little is given, much is expected. So when we have this, people rearranging, people moving from one party to another, people trying to form another party, it's a normal thing. Sun and moon is a universal phenomenon. So we expect it. We prepared for it. It's put us on our toes so that we can do better. At least politics is not a do or die thing. It's like a sport, a game where at the first half, your coach will call the 11. This is what you have not been doing well. This is what we have observed. You are the right wing, you are not crossing well. You are not passing. You are not doing this. Because the scorecard will be written at the end of the full match, which is 90 minutes. And the 90 minutes of politics is 4 years. So in anticipation for taking power, or retaining power. This type of thing are expected, but it should be done in a very healthy way. When it is done in a healthy way, politics is like a game. Today you win, tomorrow you don't win. You still prepare so that wherever you might have made mistake, you correct it. So in all, what is happening now when you see merger, coalition, alliance, all these meetings will still continue until the election, the general election comes. But by and large, when you look at the only area I don't enjoy in it is when you don't criticize constructively or conscientiously. When you want to pull down a particular system simply because of your own personal ambition. If it is a general ambition, it's a different thing. But when you begin to say, oh, you have not seen any good thing in what the party, the ruling party has done, that is quite unfortunate. But if it is about, oh, we can do better, and you come with your narratives, you begin to give us your specifics. What are the things that you want to do better than what these people are doing? Yes, this government met a zero pause that even Nigeria was even printing money to pay salary. Governors were collecting loan to pay salary. Now we have a government that have in excess. The Paris Club were paid our debt, and no governor is borrowing money now. No governor in Nigeria is borrowing money to pay salary. They are not even borrowing to even do capital projects. So we have quite a lot like that we are going to discuss in the course of this. But by and large, what we are saying is constructive criticism is the oil of the wheel of democracy. But when you don't see anything good, because someone told me that if he doesn't like somebody, whatever color of the dress the person is wearing, he doesn't know. They were asking, Kilo wo? No matter how attractive the color may be. So that is it.
Okay, thank you very much, Barrister Olufemi Omoshoa. Is it true that the coalition is more interested in truncating democracy in Nigeria than in fixing the problems that we are having?
I thank you for this very important question. Yoruba will say, Alara Lara Odun, Oni Okwa Isun, Olokwa Iwo.
Apologies, who are the Alara here, sir?
That is it.
Good.
The Alaras, they are the generality of Nigerians.
Okay.
And the people who are trying to be holier than the Pope, they are the same people who have governed Nigeria for the past 20-something years. Who are the people that are agitating for change? The same people who were not part of power for the past 2 years, simply because the president believed that he needs new people to steer the ship of the nation. The like of Rotimi Amechi, who was speaker for 8 years, speaker of Rivers State, who was governor for 8 years, who was minister for 8 years. The like of David Mark, former Senate president, who was Senate president for 8 years, and he was senator for 16 years. He did not influence even the construction of road to his village. He goes on shopper, flies and perch on top of his house. And the like of Aregbesola that could not even, pay salary while he was the governor. And a lot like that. We should expect Alara, Tonsopara around the masses.
But the masses are complaining.
That is, yes, there are changes. The masses have every right to
They might
complain.
not want to kick Tinubu out, but they want him to perform.
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Are
we saying the way things were when Tinubu came, things have not changed in a way?
For
are
the
we
masses,
not?
They're not feeling the impact of Tinubu now.
It is. Yoruba will say, "Tetari roland kola, toba jinoton adoge." It is a process of establishing infrastructures. It's a process of trying to change the mantra, change the rhetorics. It's a process of a new beginning. That is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. Quite a lot is happening as far as this government is concerned. We have a government that established local government autonomy. We have this government that is trying to see. In fact, our economy now is, picking up from the way it used to be. The security is being tackled, if not for the people who have started using some vituperations, using some terrible words that it is going to be, people have to shed blood for election. Of what importance is it that somebody will shed blood because he wants to win an election? Of what importance is it? Election can be held without even shedding blood if we are organized. These are people who are alarmists. You ask them, what are their specifics? Rotimi Amaechi says he's hungry. How can Rotimi Amaechi be hungry? So ask these people, what do they really want? One thing that I understand is that they have been absent from power these few months, and they want to instigate Nigerians against the new development. Because when you look at them, why is it that it is this their gang, this same gang that are complaining? They are complaining simply because they are not part of the government of the day. Yes, nobody is claiming that Tinubu has done 100% or perfectly okay. But we have comparison. We have the narratives. We have things that we can begin to say, oh, when things like this, oh, things were like this also time, but it's not like this. And in another time, if we endure, it will be better than this. Those days, when you are talking about passport, international passport can take you up to 10 months, 6 months. Now, under 2 weeks, you get your international passport.
Because the world has gone global.
No. Are we saying when Aribet was there that the world has not gone global? When I was in university about 30 years ago, we have been taught computer. So what are we talking about? But it takes a creative government to begin to inject or tap into global effect of what is happening in the world. Sun and moon is a universal phenomenon, just like what I said. But when you look at the world, the law will say the court is not a Father Christmas. It doesn't give what you don't ask for. So if you have your right, if you have opportunity, avalanche of opportunity to tap into the world, and if you refuse, you want to look like the Charles Babbage days or the olden days people, then do you know that there are some countries that are not even using computer? That they don't even have, they don't allow them to have access to what is happening in the world. But we have a contemporary president who brought people who have idea, who can inject a lot of innovation into the system. That is exactly what is bringing about this. But it is a process. We have to wait and let's see. One thing that I will not, I must say before leaving here is, I will ask this question: is this how Tinubu met Nigeria? Has it gone from where he met Nigeria? Do we have hope? These are questions that I want this alarmist to come and answer us. If we wait a little, are we going to get it better?
All right. Barrister, look at it this way. Actually, you have said one or two good things, about the present administration, what it has done and all of that. Even considering the passport, the way we get it easier now and all of that. But the main thing that's pinching us, because I don't want to remove us, the masses, we inclusive too.
Yeah.
We are part of the masses.
Yes.
What is pinching us is those things that are actually close to us, like our skin, and they are food.
Survivor.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Our fuel issue, it's biting hard on the masses. People are complaining. Look at foodstuffs, cost of living and all of that. That's why people are saying, look, if Tinubu is not going to get it right, let him move. Aside this coalition, people, saying they're coming together to unseat Tinubu, even the masses, are you sure, Barrister, that even if this coalition party and all of this stuff, if they're not there, are you sure that the masses are in line with this present government? Are you sure they will not vote him out come 2027?
Thank you very much. it is tried to say that as event unfolds, experience becomes self-defense. Rome was not built just in a day. Transformational system, especially the advanced country that we go to, they had a time like this. But they always have a time that they will say, okay, how do we prepare? Nigeria was a nation that doesn't prepare before. We don't prepare, we don't plan. But this is the first time that we are planning. First time in the history of Nigeria that we have a president, and the clogs that has always been in the wheel of development in Nigeria is the system that produces even the president. Some people will use their money, some people will use their power. Obasanjo was just picked, not as if he was better than Falaye, but they picked him so that he can do the bidding of the bourgeois, and that's why, despite the fact that he even disappointed some of them, but the weight was still, holding him down. But this is the first time we are seeing a man that nobody can lay claim that is the one that made him the president. Even in his own state, he lost. But in some places, he won. Nobody can say he is the one that so mutu put this man there. So the inability of him to perform is zero. He will perform. It's not holding anybody. That's number one. Number two, when you look at, to respond to your question, if with
the way
things are, especially in the area of survivor is said to be the first law of nation. When you look at, I remember last year, December, rice was, I think the first year of his administration, rice was above 100,000. But I can assure you that recently I bought a bag of rice for 57,000. Some people bought for 60-something thousand.
Don't you think it was so because of the agitation of the people?
No. Things have started coming down. No agitation. When was this? Yes, it has to be so. It has to be. Even the agitation is part of it. Prayer groups. You have to respond. Governance is symbiotic in nature. Yes, it's a mixture of the led and the leaders. Yes, the leaders have to be put on their toes, and there must be responses. In an environment or in a system where the leaders don't hear anything from the governed, there will be trouble. It will be so now that
the ADC has come to put you guys on your toes.
I have told you, I am not speaking for APC here because I am not holding any position in APC. But I'm only talking as a public analyst, and at the same time, I happen to be a member of APC. I am not holding brief. But let me tell you, my first constituency, even despite the fact that I have political affiliation, my first constituency is the masses. That's where I belong. Good. No matter where I go, I fall back to them. I am the president and founder African Masses Parliament. In African Masses Parliament, we educate the masses of Africa about their role in the business of nation building. We made them understand that their leaders are not their rulers. They should ask them of their stewardship. You understand now? And if Africa is so blessed with both human and mineral resources, why is Africa poor? So we create beauty out of the ugliness of Africa. So this is what I stand for. I will always fall back to these people. But what I am saying in essence is that I am someone that believes in building. If you look at all the infrastructures, I'm not talking about physical infrastructure now. I'm talking about, intrinsic infrastructures that build a nation. Nothing was working in Nigeria. Nothing. And the best time to do what was good was yesterday. Today is another better opportunity. Tomorrow may be too late. When we're in Nigeria, while the whole world is flying, Nigeria is crawling. So we have to catch up with contemporary way of governance. That is exactly what brought about it. We used to hear those days that when you go abroad, they give you grant for school and what have you. I never knew that in my own lifetime it will happen. It only happened when I was in primary school. Then it wasn't grant, it was free education. Those days you see people from the eastern part of Nigeria, they will come to the southwest and they used to give us books, textbooks. All these Lacombe, you see Stone and Cousins. They've gone into partnership with them. They pay them, and government will be the one to publish this thing. They will now say Ondo State government property, not for sale.
Good.
In fact, to the extent that even in Yoruba land, there is one book that we used to read then, they call it Akatunka, our own magazine. They say, Agbedegbe Yonkinyo. So we are not disconnected from our source, our tradition. That's where you see the tribal mark of Oyo, Bomosho, and what have you. What you can see in a particular place. We don't have any issue concerning religion. We don't have any issue concerning tribe. We see ourselves as same. And with what did the government use to build that? Small thing, cocoa, timber, rubber. Now that we have surplus oil, we can't move Nigeria forward. Tell me, that's exactly what I'm saying. This is the first time we are seeing a government that is trying to domesticate everything. Local government. It was during that time that local government, you see people building drainages and culverts so that they can build a bridge, between the people who are in the bush and people in town so that their produce can be brought in. Those days we have, what's it called? Produce inspectors. We have what's it called? Oh, there is a particular agency, price monitoring unit. You can't sell Omo for 500 naira in Akure. Then if you get to Osho, you say you want to sell it for 700 naira. No, it is 500 everywhere. My mom used to have a supermarket there. They would just come, call them Olokpa, But where? How did we suddenly? But the intergranum of the military brought about this. But the so-called people who said that they have given us democracy were this first set of people that came to enjoy the dividend of democracy. The military. Okay. The military. They are flooded everywhere. MK Abiola won election in 1993. And that election was acclaimed to be the fairest election ever in the history of Nigeria. But who acknowledged the lies of David Mark? David Mark said he would have shot Abiola. Adebi Abiola was sworn in as president. So we have all this in public domain. So what are we talking about? This is the first time they are seeing somebody that they don't know where it's coming from. Godfather said, I don't know if you have read Machiavellian, one of the Machiavellian books, Godfather. He said, don't allow them see you coming. This, what's it called? Tinubu formed APC. The year he formed APC, he never made them understand that he was contesting. He even pushed somebody to go and contest so that his time can come. He said he didn't collect contract. He didn't collect Fura Denunu. He didn't collect this. Even the time they wanted to do their primary, they did not even, it wasn't even the choice of the president. But because of sheer providence, God brought him. I am not saying he's a saint. I'm not saying he's a perfect person. But inu ikoko dudu onle funfun tin jade. That is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. Ọmọ tó bá fẹ́ rìn, the child that wants to walk must first crawl. They must first toad, crawl, stand up, fall, until it gets stability. That's exactly what is happening as far as Nigeria is concerned. The so-called agitators for coalition, they will soon meet their Waterloo because you can't build something on nothing, it cannot stand. You are even coming for the first time you say you want to do coalition. There is, ADC had been registered. You want to take over a party from the people who have the party, no negotiation with them. Are they from Ibadan? You understand now? But I don't understand. And they have issue now. They have issue. Because yesterday, they published a particular number of chairmen for the whole federation. Whereas, as I'm talking to you now, this hour, the real ADC executive, they are holding their neck meeting in Abuja. So, you can't build something on falsehood. It can't stand.
All right.
So, we're only waiting for them. We are waiting for them. Nigerians are waiting for them. And thank God for responses. You know, people have been talking here and there about this, their coalition. Who are they? I want less about Batausi Meji, Batausi Ode Oya. Who are they? Aregbe. How can Aregbe tell us that they can convince the Southwest and win in Southwest? Can Erufai? That during his time, they were killing people. Can he convince people to win? Obi? Who is Obi?
Their presidential candidate. in the
No,
last
no. Then
election.
during Obi is
They
even
were.
Obi is even having issue with them now because some of his followers are telling him that, oh, you say you want to do one term. Who gave you that whatever? So, and is it who are the people? So we are calm. We are focused. We know what we are doing. We believe that we owe the masses of Nigeria that duty of care, and not that duty of care alone, duty of common humanity that conforms with modern civilization.
All
To
right.
make sure that Nigerians don't go to bed until after having their 3 square meals or 4 square meals and having food
But
security.
that's not been feasible now.
That's the process. It has commenced. The foundation is what we are laying.
But come to think of it, sir, I would have expected our president to have hit the ground running the moment he stepped into power, considering the fact that he's been nursing this
With
ambition.
how much?
I wouldn't know how much he had in his pocket, but he has been nursing the
A man that came, that there was nothing
Hold on, sir.
in the pulse of Nigeria.
But it was still,
Hold on,
it was his party that was ruling.
Yes.
He took over
It's
from
imagined.
Buhari.
But it's not Buhari. It's Tinubu.
Sir,
You may say it's same party. Buhari is different for Tinubu.
All right. Yes.
As far as this station is concerned now,
individual.
we have Adeola Adekunle as the MD.
Good.
You have every reason to compare her with the former GM. Abi?
Yes.
You compare it as administration with that one of the former GM and some other ones that have come. But whatever happens now, they say uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. So it is the sole responsibility of Madam Adeola Adekunle. That is exactly what is happening as far as Nigeria is concerned.
All right, Barrister, thank you very much for your submission. I will go on a short break while we bring in the second guest. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.